Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight we are doing a real-world fuel economy test on a 2024 Kia K5 GT line. This is a front-wheel drive K5 GT line, so it is rated at 37 miles per gallon highway. We just filled up the tank. The car already thinks it's averaging 39.5 miles per gallon. Very good. We've covered 9 miles so far, so we will see how accurate that is. I have my adaptive cruise control set to 70 miles per hour. I'm going to cruise, 57 or so miles down the highway, turn around, go back to the exact same gas station I started at, fill it up on the exact same pump that I just filled it up on, and see what it did in the real world. So hopefully we will have a nice smooth drive this evening. That's what it's shaping up to be so far. So anyway, I will continue on southward on Interstate 5 and have an update for you right now. All right, so we have covered 33 miles and this car thinks it is averaging 42.7 miles per gallon, which would be very impressive if true, and quite a bit higher than the EPA rated 37 miles per gallon highway. Traffic has been very smooth tonight. The weather has been clear. Everything is very, very beautiful evening, so hopefully that continues. One thing about this route that I use, as I mentioned earlier, I start and end at the same gas station, so no elevation gain or loss, but I do think it's a little bit downhill on the way down and a little bit uphill on the way back. So we may lose a little bit of miles per gallon going back, but I'm going to get into the turnaround spots and have another update for you after that. Okay, so we have turned around. I did hit a little bit of construction traffic right before the turnaround spot, but nothing too major. Current average is reading at 42.6. I do expect we'll lose a couple miles per gallon on the average on the way back up, but hopefully traffic remains smooth. As long as nothing unforeseen happens, I'll probably have one more update for you. Oh, there's some person with no headlights on the freeway. That's always good. I'll probably have one more update for you, and then we'll hit the gas station and spend some money and do some math. All right, so we are almost back, and I have to say, as of right now, I am very impressed with the Kia K5. We've covered 106 miles. My indicated miles per gallon is at 42.8, and the fuel gauge indicates that I've burned slightly less than an eighth of a tank to cover slightly more than 100 miles. So who knows, maybe this 42 number will be somewhat accurate. I'm going to say that I will be happy with anything over 40 when I fill it up and do the math, because the EPA rating once again is 37, so if it gets 40 or more, that's a very good result. So we're almost back to the gas station. Let's get back there and see what she did. All right, we are back. The final tail of the tape. We covered 118.3 miles. The car thinks it averaged 43.3 miles per gallon. It took 3.175 gallons of regular, which means that the average was 37.259. So, I'm not really unhappy with that because, basically it's the EPA rating. This car's, it had a little bit less than 1,000 miles on it when I started off, so it's still breaking in, but for it to think it got 43.3 and then I only come up with 37.259, it's a pretty big margin of error there, but that happens sometimes. But anyways, that is what the Kia K5 did. It did hit its EPA rating, but it definitely overestimated itself. So if you have one of these cars, let me know if your mile per gallanometer is that inaccurate. And with that being said, I'm going to go home. Thanks so much for watching. Leave me a comment, like the video, subscribe to my channel, and have a great night. Bye-bye.